to get going. Gotta catch those runners taking off like a Boeing. If the volume spikes, then it's time to trade. Mighty 90 setting up, it's time to get paid. Navigation trading on the mic, time to get focused. We don't need any indicator, hocus pocus. It's all about the price, just watch it move. Manage your risks so you don't lose. First hour of trading is all we need. Focus on the patience and forget about greed.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to today's day trading live stream for Tuesday, March 24th. Hope everybody had a good night. Quick audio check. I'm not at my normal battle station, so I just want to make sure you can see my screen, hear my voice okay. Thank you, Articulate. All right, where are we at today? We've got the futures are down a little bit. We got the S&P down 45. The NASDAQ is down 162. Russell's down 22, and the Dow's down 377. Dow and Russell are the weakest, and S&P and NASDAQ both down about 0.7%. Gold down over 0.5%. Silver down a little over 1%. Notes and bonds are red. 10-year yield surging again, up almost 2%. Oil up 5%. Natural gas up 1.2%. Soybeans a little bit red, wheat and corn green, euro and the pound are both down about 0.5%, and Bitcoin pretty flat. VIX up 4.7%, current reading 27.38 on the VIX. Looks like expected range today in SPX of about plus or minus 56 points. We got a little vol pop, so I'll be doing a 1 DTE iron Condor. And then I'll be looking at a few different durations for DC time machines. Hondo, are the red folder events next week keeping you away from the 7-8? Let's see, what do we got here next week? No? Oh, yeah, no, you're right. The April 2, April 3. I should have put that on my list. Yeah, no, I'll be looking at that one as well. Right, April 2, April 3. Is that the 7-8? Oh, no, that's the 31, April 1. What was I looking at? Yeah, I'm sorry. 8-9 I'll be looking at. 7-8 as well. Yeah, either one of those. Yeah, I'll be looking at those too. All right, here's the bell. But no, those, to answer your question, no, the red folder events do not scare me. I'm not scared. I'm not scared of those red folders. Yes, Friday, April 3rd is Good Friday, isn't it? No market open that day. All right, so my 1 DTE should fire here shortly. PLTR getting a little aggressive pop out of the gate, above previous day high, above pre-market high. Tesla getting a little initial bounce. All right, here comes my 1 DTE. All right, got that posted. I'm gonna load up some calls in Tesla. I would trade the 1 DTE. I'll go with the 385 calls if I take it. Showing some good initial strength. PLTR had that initial pop. It kind of rejected pretty hard. Hood getting a little bounce. AMD starting to pop. TSM, MSTR, SMCI getting a little strength. Tesla still pushing. S&P, NASDAQ, Russell all bouncing. IWM and NASDAQ pushing above previous day low. Tesla holding strength here. I'm going to load up some, the way that PLTR rejected like that, I'm going to load up some PLTR puts. 1 DTE, no, sorry. PLTR would be the 3 DTE, and I would trade the 157.5s. So I'm watching Tesla calls and PLTR puts. PLTR now at pre-market lows. Meta weak, Amazon weak. Hood's a little bounce getting sold off. Yeah, PLTR continuing to reject hard. I'm gonna watch that pre-market low level in PLTR. S&P, Nasdaq rejecting now, and Tesla still showing relative strength. PLTR still coming down. Tesla trying to tick new highs. MSTR staying pretty strong. Pushed above pre-market highs. Pushing up towards previous day high. If I trade MSTR calls, I would do the 141s. Microsoft dropping, Amazon still dropping. PLTR all downhill. No chance to enter. Just made a quick pop through previous day high and then quick rejection flush. MSTR starting to reject previous day high. S&P, Nasdaq getting weak now. Back down towards lows. Bitcoin coming down into the red. So Q's made that push up to previous day low and immediately dropped. Now it's going down back below pre-market lows. I'm going to look at Amazon puts. I would do the 1 DTE. I would use the 205s. If I trade Amazon puts, I'll do the 205 puts. Amazon is coming down to that pre-market low. Nasdaq pushing through pre-market low. See if I can get an entry on Amazon. Tesla's still holding strong. Little bit of a pause. All right, Tesla getting its first little pullback here with the market coming down pretty heavy. Hood back below previous day low. Nvidia below previous day low. All right, Amazon's starting to come back to retest that pre-market low area. Let's see what we get here. Watching Amazon puts.
Order partially filled. Order filled.
PLTR still dropping. S&P, NASDAQ trying to bounce a little bit. Bitcoin falling pretty hard. If we start to bounce aggressively, I'm still interested in Tesla calls. Held up really well during that flush. So Tesla calls or Amazon puts is kind of my two main watches right now. S&P, NASDAQ, little bounce. Just kind of pausing. Tesla pausing near right below highs. Amazon pausing below lows. S&P, NASDAQ still bouncing. Bitcoin getting a little bounce. Tesla just popped I'm not going to chase it, but looks like the bulls are winning this little tug of war here. That was one of those situations where I just kind of was like, this is going to be kind of a guess whether I thought we were going to bounce or keep going lower. So I just did nothing. If I would have picked Tesla calls, I probably would have hit a first profit target. If I took Amazon puts, I would be just kind of in the red. It's starting to come back down now. Okay, now I'm interested in Amazon again. NASDAQ still just kind of testing that pre-market low area. Watching Amazon. All right, I'm going to take Amazon puts. Filled at 120. That's the 205 puts. Tezzy little head fake. I'll put my first profit target in Amazon at 140. $1.40. Amazon ticked through lows of day, but I need a little bit more. Apple staying green. Netflix tried to go green. It's getting shut back down. Google staying weak. Meta, Microsoft weak. Nvidia coming down through previous day low.
Order partially filled. Order filled.
S&P and NASDAQ near lows.
Order
Got to have a
partially
little bit
filled.
more weakness in Amazon here.
Order filled.
Got a new low of day, but not the flush I was looking for. S&P and NASDAQ still coming down, and now Amazon's trying to bounce a little bit. Don't like the bounce while the S&P and NASDAQ are staying weak. Google's still staying weak. Nvidia's coming down. Microsoft tried to bounce a little bit, but staying weak. Netflix coming through lows. Tesla, that was quite the head fake out of Tezzy. May have hit a first profit target. Did anybody take Tesla? Krish, no, I'm not. Yeah, I'm just kind of focused on my trading levels like we talked about. We've talked about previously. Yeah, and then I'm not taking a 3.6 when the VIX is spiking. Amazon's still bouncing. Did you guys hit a first profit target on Tesla? Amazon's still bouncing. I'm going to have to cut Amazon if it doesn't reverse here quickly. S&P, NASDAQ, a little bit of a bounce. Bitcoin, a little bounce. Watching Amazon to cut. Oh, nice, Joseph T. Yeah, you got that nice vol expansion after the open, so that's great. On those shorter duration, you just got to be careful because if it market would have bounced, you get a vol crash that you could be in the red pretty quick on those shorter duration ones. But with the vol expansion, yeah, that's nice. See if we can get a little rejection in Amazon back down. Watson, you entered a 913 this morning already, and it's about to transform. Nice. Beautiful. I was going to wait for a little bit of a potential bounce and then try to get in after a little bit of a vol contraction, which obviously didn't happen. I didn't plan to enter at the open anyway, but good stuff. All right, still watching Amazon, giving it just a minute here, see if it's going to, if it pushes back above that previous candle, I'm out, but give it just a minute, see if it wants to, see if that was kind of a bounce and then reject. But S&P, NASDAQ still bouncing a little bit. PLTR still staying super weak, barely any kind of bounce. MSTR had a big rejection off of previous day high. Super weak. NVIDIA trying to bounce back above previous day low. Microsoft hitting new lows. NASDAQ right back up to that pre-market low area. Need to see a rejection in Amazon. Apple keeps trying to go green, kind of getting wicked down at pre-market highs. NASDAQ looks like it's wanting to reject pre-market lows again here. Russell starting to reject. It's part of the context that I'm just kind of giving Amazon a little bit more room here. Microsoft going through lows. NVIDIA back below previous day low after bounce. Amazon definitely not showing that relative weakness I'd like to see like it was. A lot of big volume in Tesla, both on the way up and down. We did have Flash Manufacturing and Services PMI 15 minutes after the market open. Then we've got Richmond Manufacturing Index coming out right now, which is orange folder. All right, I'm going to cut Amazon. Filled at 90 cents. Tesla trying to bounce back. Getting some buyers coming in now. Bitcoin bouncing off previous day low. Tezzy trying to get back above previous day high again. I'm going to load up the QQQ puts, the 583s. I'll do the 1DTE 583 puts in the Qs. If it rejects here again under pre-market lows, I don't think it's done here. Doesn't act like it's done. But if it shows me it's going to stay strong, I'll leave it alone. But just getting those puts loaded up just in case here. Man, PLTR does 0 bounces. Tesla kind of pausing at previous day high, couldn't get through. PLTR making new lows. IWM popping back up to previous day low. S&P's above, it's kind of mid-range. NASDAQ acting a little weaker though. What I'm looking for in the NASDAQ in the Qs, if we get kind of an impulsive little drop back below pre-market lows, I'll be using the pre-market low as my level. NVIDIA coming back down below previous day low. Bitcoin's bouncing. MSTR big bounce too. Back in the green. Watching the Qs. Tesla trying to test that previous day high again.
Order partially filled. Order filled.
Q's still
Order
bouncing.
cancelled.
All right, I'm going to leave that one alone.
Order partially filled. Order filled.
I don't really see anything else I'm interested in here. I mean, Tesla's still staying strong here. Apple just popped above pre-market high.
Order partially filled.
All right,
Order filled.
I guess Tezzy's ready to roll again.
Order filled.
Nice, Fireman Steve. It's a good trade in PLTR. I couldn't find a good entry. It just kind of didn't get my pause or pullback at the level I wanted. TSM is pushing. MSTR trying to get back up to highs. Tesla rejected a little bit right at the same spot it did the first time. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap the stream here. I'll still watch for a little bit to see if there's anything else that piques my interest, but I don't see anything that I'm going to be interested in getting in yet at this point. So I'll keep watching. If I do see anything, I will post in the trade channel. Reminder, no power hour today, but I'll be around in the chat most of the day until a little bit later. Otherwise, everybody have a good rest of your day. Take care. We'll talk to you soon.